Right, we've got some very emergency news coming out now. This is really bad. Is what I spoke about 2 days ago. Okay, so the UK government have just prescribed Palestine Action. Only 26 MPs said no. And that's absolutely disgraceful, absolutely disgusting. UK MPs voted to prescribe Palestine Action as a terrorist group, as we can see. This article, I just seen some of the live stream coming from Declassified UK, and this article just come out now. So we're just going to go through this article and you can see what's going on. Ministers argue move will not impinge on people's right to protest, but critics call it grave abuse of state power. Yeah. MPs have voted to prescribe Palestine Action as a terrorist organisation, even though they're not terrorists. They've never been. All they did was direct action. They've never hurt anyone. They've never killed anyone. They just did a bit of criminal damage, spray painting, what have you. Despite concern that the move could risk criminalising legitimate protest, can't even say the word. Yeah, and I'm just going to carry on. All because of Israel's asked. A draft order to amend the Terrorism Act 2000 and prescribe the group labelled the Home Secretary Yvette Cooper, who, by the way, got a donation from Israel of about £200,000, probably the most amount of money in this current parliament. Passed the Commons on Wednesday today by 385 votes to 26. That's probably about 400 altogether, I think. So about 200 odd MPs didn't vote. Which is probably the same as not voting for it, remember it's still and it's also banned two neo-Nazi groups, which the Maniacs Murder Court. To put Palestine Action with these two groups is pathetic. All in one go. Outlining the government's case to MPs, the Home Office Minister Dan Jarvis said, by implementing the measure, we will remove Palestine Action's veil of legitimacy. Will we, though? Will you really? Tackle its financial support and degrade its efforts to recruit and radicalise. The IDF are the real radicalising the people committing terrorist activity by its name. There's no terrorist activity in its name. You're full of shit, Dan. And so is Luke Pollard, my MP, sitting there nodding his head. He's a disgrace as well. There's going to be a lot of emergency demos, I'm guessing, soon. We're going to find out soon about what's happening in city centre here. There's also the warheads being built here as well. Palestine Action is not a legitimate protest group, says you. What gives you the right to tell what's protest group and what isn't? People engaged in lawful protests don't need weapons. Of course, Palestine Action do not have weapons. What are you going on about? They do not have smoke bombs. They do not fire pyrotechnics around innocent people and members. You're full of shit. Yeah, Rob, £1 million of damage, which is for weapons which was being sent to kill people. That is good. That I do agree with. Prescribing Palestine Action will not impinge on people's right to protest, but will it? You say that, but will it infringe on Palestine Action? Those who wish to protest or express support for Palestine have always been able to and can continue to do so. But will they? You're mixing things. You're saying that they're doing that, but they're not doing that. It will become a criminal offence punishable by up to 14 years in prison for anyone to become a member of, on support and direct action of Palestine Action. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Come on. Put me in prison for 14 years. Come on. Cunts. And what about Palestine Solidarity campaigning? Some MPs and human rights organisations critical of the government's decision suggested that bundling Palestine Action with the white supremacist groups that had put political pressure on MPs to pass the measure? And why don't you proscribe the IDF? Why don't you prescribe Britain first when that person murdered Joe Cox several years ago, shouting Britain first? Huh? Huh? Yeah, thought so. You're full of shit. All because you want to suck Netanyahu's cock, kiss his ass, kiss Israel's ass. Israel says jump, you say how high. That's the way it always is, isn't it? Israel has a right to defend itself. Israel has a right to cut of water. Israel has a right to murder, maim fucking Palestinians because they're full of fucking shit as always. Some MPs and only some, human rights organisations critical of government's position suggest that bundling Palestine action with the white supremacist groups political pressure on MPs yeah, probably, yeah. Oh, we just want to bundle them together so to make it so you can't vote against it. Jarvis rejected the claims that government is rushing through legislation. Yeah, no, yeah, of course you would reject it. You just want to do it anyway. There's no political convenience of government plans. Yeah. Just fucking, there's nothing else to say. Yeah, yeah. I can't be bothered. This has pissed me off. Yeah. So as we're saying, yeah, 300 and whatever it was voted yes, and only 26 voted no. Shame on you all, and thank you to the 26 MPs, whoever you are, who voted against it, and shame on everyone else. What happens now is that Palestine actually have got a court case on Friday, and which thankfully the courts have accepted, and hopefully they can fight against this and take it maybe to the ECHR if needed, because this is not on. This is disgraceful. So they're gonna prescribe all Palestine solidarity as a terrorist, are they? But you won't prescribe the IDF, blatant terrorists who are murdering Palestinians every fucking day. Like I said before, the government, but Israel has asked, and this needs to be challenged. And it needs to be challenged now.